Erling Haaland is the ultimate proof that the crown of the Champions League's top dog is up for grabs. His knack for finding the net hints at a new benchmark that might just be untouchable. This guy is on track to rule the competition for the next decade, and his journey is backed by some serious factors. Now, the biggest case for Haaland isn't just about vibes, it's cold, hard numbers. The stats show a scoring pace that's unmatched in the history of the Champions League, outshining even the most prolific strikers ever, including his idols. Haaland's efficiency is something the competition has never seen before.
His latest jaw-dropping milestone? He became the fastest player to hit 50 goals in Champions League history, doing it in just 49 matches. That's a flat-out demolition of the previous record held by the iconic Ruud van Nistelrooy, who needed 62 games to reach that mark. Haaland shaved off a whopping 13 matches. His impact is one for the ages. He also snagged the record as the youngest to score 40 goals in the tournament, hitting that mark at 23 years and 130 days, leaving Kylian Mbappe and even Lionel Messi in the dust by nearly a year.
Right now, Haaland's chasing down a symbolic milestone, Messi's 60 goals in 80 games. Projections say he's on pace to hit or even surpass 60 goals in under 60 matches, a stat that screams next-level efficiency. Let's put this in context. Robert Lewandowski took 85 games to hit 60 goals. Mbappe needed 89, and Cristiano Ronaldo, the all-time top scorer, required 98 appearances to get there. Ronaldo's record of 140 goals took 183 matches. The gap in these milestones isn't just a step up, it's a complete game-changer in scoring efficiency.
Legends like Messi and Ronaldo built their early numbers in an era where dominance came from heavy involvement and ball possession. Haaland, though, he's ushering in a new era of precision and minimal touches. His meteoric rise shows that today's game, with its focus on speed and quick transitions, is tailor-made for a pure goal-scoring machine like him. Haaland is a freak of nature, rewriting the old rules of progression in the Champions League.
The real test of Haaland's greatness lies in how he's transformed a tightly controlled system like Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. For a coach obsessed with false nines and total midfield control, Haaland's arrival forced a complete tactical overhaul. City went from fluid, position-swapping play to leaning on a clear-cut focal point up top. That shift in philosophy is perhaps the biggest nod to Haaland's one-of-a-kind talent. Back in 2011, Guardiola's Champions League triumph relied on players averaging nearly 90 touches per game. Now, he's had to tweak his system to capitalize on Haaland's direct, lethal style, averaging under 30 touches, but often bagging multiple goals in a single match. This approach brings to mind one of football's all-time greats, Hugo Sanchez. In the 1989-90 season, the Mexican star for Real Madrid clinched the La Liga Golden Boot with 38 goals, every single one scored with a single touch. While Haaland's tools differ from Sanchez's, the idea of deadly efficiency remains the same.
This shift means City's key playmakers now have one clear job: feed the beast. But that creative engine needed a refresh. The 2024-25 season was a grind for City, as Pep himself admitted, exposing cracks in the midfield, especially after injuries to Rodri and others. The team lost its intimidating edge and looked vulnerable. With Kevin De Bruyne's departure, City's leadership didn't sit idle. They doubled down, replacing aging or underperforming talent to build a new dynasty around Haaland. The message is loud and clear: Haaland is the centerpiece, and the squad is being shaped to fuel and shield him. New signings like Ryan Cherki, Tijjani Reinders, and Ryan Ait-Nouri are the cogs Haaland needs. These guys are the perfect partners to amplify his hunger for goals.
Take Tijjani Reinders. With City's midfield losing its spark last season, Reinders stepped in as the engine Guardiola craved. He's a box-to-box dynamo, bringing energy and athleticism to win the ball back fast and keep the tempo high. With or without the ball, he controls the game, creates chances, and even chips in with goals. His presence anchors City higher up the pitch, frees up the creative wingers, and most importantly, ensures Haaland gets quality balls after turnovers. He's tied with Jeremy Doku as the team's assist leader, with Doku creating chances from deeper positions.
Then there's Ryan Cherki. This young Frenchman is already one of Europe's most dangerous playmakers. Last season, he topped the Big Five leagues in chances created and expected assists for players under 21, a stat that should make any defender sweat. Guardiola's handed Haaland a creator who knows his job is to serve the game's deadliest finisher. And Ryan Ait-Nouri? He brings blistering pace and width on the left flank, giving Guardiola an attacking fullback who opens new angles for Haaland's runs and thrives in rapid transitions.
Add January signings, Doku's creative flair, and Rodri's return from a long-term injury, and it's clear City's rebuilding a squad to maximize Haaland's box presence. For many, he's already the world's best striker, but to claim the Mr. Champions title, he needs the right supporting cast to keep up the intensity, mobility, and pressure that Pep's system demands. This overhaul is the armor ensuring City doesn't lean on one man alone, but builds an attacking machine designed to shatter every Champions League record. Because when the game's most influential coach shifts from fluid positional play to a more direct, defined structure, it's because the player demands it.
His strength, speed, and height give him clearer chances than most. Compared to a City legend like Sergio Aguero, the Argentine took more shots and often higher quality ones. But Haaland's conversion rates are better, tied to the clean looks he gets, which also boosts his scoring average. Pep's fully bought in, saying there's no limit to how many goals Haaland could rack up in the Champions League, cementing the idea of a long-term reign. But for Haaland to cement that legacy, staying fit is priority one. Injuries have been a nagging issue, with ankle and muscle problems sidelining him for up to 14 games in past seasons.
Last year, though, he missed only 8 matches, his second-best injury record, just behind 2022-23, when he sat out only 5. This improvement shows a maturing physique that's syncing with the Premier League's demands. City's backed him with a physio during international breaks to keep him sharp. While he doesn't have Cristiano Ronaldo's Iron Man injury record, their physical makeup and recovery approach are similar. Both share an obsession with peak performance, mentally and physically, which drives their relentless goal scoring.
But Haaland's dominance isn't just physical, it's mental. His success comes from a tactical brain and information processing that often get overlooked. His clinical finishing starts long before the ball reaches him. Film shows he's constantly scanning, building a mental map of the space around him. He checks over his shoulder, spots gaps, positions his body for the pass, and times his runs perfectly. Studies say he can scan 6 times in 10 seconds before a move. This mental edge lets him decide before defenders can react, making his game about action, not reaction. His off-ball movement is next level, mastering the art of exploiting defenders' blind spots. He positions himself between or just behind center backs, depending on the ball's position, forcing them to choose between tracking him or the ball. When they focus on the ball, Haaland explodes with a burst of speed and a sudden change of pace, leaving markers in the dust. This micro-tactic, built on split-second advantages, is the real superpower behind his dominance. As an old football saying goes, brain speed trumps leg speed every time. Haaland's also facing some of the toughest competition of his generation. In a Premier League season shaping up to be one of the most competitive in years, he's up against top teams and rising contenders like Newcastle, Crystal Palace, and Bournemouth. The league's overall level has pushed every club to recruit elite talent, develop academy gems, and lean on the sharpest coaching minds. That raises the bar for everyone. On the continental stage, it means a handful of teams ready to unleash devastating football.
The Champions League's new format also plays into Haaland's hands. First, the league phase now gives him 8 games instead of 6, meaning more chances to score. Second, the expanded field includes a wider range of opponents, often less formidable than in past seasons. The result? More blowout wins and a skyrocketing goals per game average. Haaland's current pace, over a goal per game, will only accelerate with these extra opportunities.
While legends like Messi and Ronaldo hit their first 100 goals under the old format, Haaland's got a clear runway ahead. To become the next Mr. Champions, it's not just about piling up stats or dominating moments. A player needs to consistently lift the trophy. Haaland's already checked the first 2 boxes in his young career, and now needs to complete the set by winning titles. His mentality, never satisfied, even after a brace, fuels his climb to the top. With a squad built around his brilliance, a unique skill set, and a competition format that favors him, we're watching the rise of the next Mr. Champions. His 52 goals in 50 games are a loud warning that Ronaldo's 140-goal record, once thought untouchable, is living on borrowed time.
So, can Haaland surpass the Champions League's greatest winners? Will he become the top scorer in fewer games? And most importantly, can Manchester City pull it off? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more football content.